All right, good morning, everyone. Ryan Clemmer and the rest of the Inhabit team having a little bit of fun here this morning already. Want to go ahead and get the call started off. So I'll go over some basic ground rules, and then we'll dive right into content, keep things to a half an hour for you, or as close to a half an hour today as we can. We've got Jason Elton and Wendy Kofkin already up on IM for the call. People are chiming in nicely, so feel free to use the IM this morning to ask questions as we move through content or make comments. We can pause and answer questions throughout the call via that IM. If you are just calling in and you aren't in front of your computer, please make sure that you mute your telephone so that sound quality is at the highest level for everyone that is in attendance. The call will be recorded today. It will be posted to our YouTube channel after the call. So anyone that is inside your organization that is out in the field today and misses it, please pass that information along to them. You'll see that email coming out from me following the call. That is all I have for the basics. So let's go ahead and start the call off today. And Scott Davidson, if you could unmute yourself, you are going to lead us off. So Scott, have at it. It's all yours.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Continuing on Ryan's points on the way we approach this call, we really value your time, and we try to be super efficient in the delivery of information through this meeting. You are very much encouraged to ask questions during the process. Practically, we don't get a lot of two-way communication in these calls, so I really wanted to emphasize that you're always invited to contact any one of us if you want to get some further information on any of the topics that we're discussing here. So with that, I wanted to recognize that the new year is well underway, and there's a lot happening here, a lot for us to talk about through the course of this call. It's no secret that our industry had a tough fourth quarter as we saw a significant drop in new applications coming into our program. In our investigation, we know that we're not alone as this slowdown has affected the entire industry of weatherization, especially here in the Northwest. But I'm glad to say that we're seeing some signs of life with a 5-week improvement trend in applications. So we do think there are better things ahead. And I want all of our trade partners to know that we're taking a lot of action on this, and we have already implemented both primary and secondary research to best understand the reasons for the slowdown and what we could do to stimulate engagement. And as a result, you'll be seeing some actions. We're going to be shifting our marketing approach quite a bit, and we have really have reason to expect good results with application growth month on month through June of this year. Stephanie will be providing more information on this here in this meeting and at a future date. I also wanted to recognize that months ago we had committed to address some ongoing operational efficiencies, and I'm happy to announce that we've really taken some action, and you'll see these coming online now. You've already seen some relief in test outs, and there's more to come in the quality area. Today, MJ will give you some information on important operating systems changes, and Ryan is going to share more good news on the migration away from the workbook. In the products and services area, our work in seismic is really rocking, and we're glad to see that the solar incentives are renewed, so we're expecting good things. Today, Wendy will announce a schedule for another promoted service via Inhabit. Finally, I want to advise that I'll be reaching out to all of our contractors to see if we can schedule some face-to-face one-on-one time in the upcoming weeks. I hope to capture some candid feedback from you on what's most and least valued to you in our program. And this input will really help us continue to shape our future offer. So thanks for listening, and we'll turn the meeting back to Ryan.
Thanks, Scott. Really appreciate it. And just to keep things moving along, I'll pause for 1 second, look at Jason and Wendy. Any questions from Scott? Then marketing, Steph, it is all yours here.
Great. Thanks, Ryan. Good morning, everybody. Okay, so I'm going to go through quite a bit of information. Please ask questions if you have them along the way. Ryan's asked me to keep it to 10 minutes. I'll do my best. Starting with this very interesting graph. What you're seeing here is a snapshot of 2015, basically everything that we had outbound in the market, and you can see the ups and downs of everything, including, as Scott was noting, the pretty significant down in Q4 2015, which of course gives us some pause. We started watching the trend dip in October, and by November we're ready to move into some action to figure out what was going on. I can tell you that, based on this traffic, I'm going to move really quickly into what's happening on the website with conversions. Most specifically, we saw a lot of up and down with a huge spike in July, primarily due to the seismic activity that we experienced. Now, the reason I point to this in particular is because while not all of you all work in the seismic arena, you'll note that the peaked interest in seismic also helped drive interest and awareness to the website and help lift the home performance applications through the summer. And so therefore we were able to keep the numbers up and fairly strong all the way through September, once some of that seismic activity and some other specific summer promotions we had running due to the high temps in summer, a lot of that activity waned, and we were more clearly able to see what was going on generally in the home performance market. So here's some assumptions. Before we went into doing the primary research that Scott alluded to, we developed some assumptions by examining absolutely every single channel, from direct mail to PR to the website, you name it. We looked at it. We were looking to determine what was up, what was down, and develop some general hypotheses and questions that we want answered in the research. So number one, this absence of urgency. We all know that the incentives have gone away largely in home performance, and so as a result, we removed a lot of the incentive-centric messaging in our outreach. So we were surmising that perhaps that was one of the reasons for the dips. Talking with Energy Trust and other utilities, we know that overall the home performance market is flat, although the real estate and home remodel business is booming. So what does that mean for our business? Continuing lack of consumer prioritization around home performance. We did both direct calling and elicited some questions in the research about barriers that were in the way for customers. A lot of it was, don't have the money, don't have the time, can't make this a priority. None of these responses are that unusual. They just appeared to be much more prevalent in Q4. And then once again, this summer seismic activity, I believe, has masked the overall general market flatness that otherwise would have been pretty transparent to us in 2015. Another huge factor for us in particular at Inhabit, as you all know, we've had a very robust direct mail program over the last 2 years. It has consistently delivered anywhere between 50 to 60% of our applications. We're starting to see the fatigue to the point where we're really questioning that investment and plan to shake things up starting in March with a less reliance on direct mail. We've noted that Energy Trust weatherization performance also down year on year for 2015, and in conversations with our southern utility, Vista, they're noting the same thing, that without a pricing signal to convey the urgency, the response is flat. So what do we do about this? We took action with some research. We did a two-pronged research, again, based on some of these assumptions. One is direct prospect interviews. So these are customers who have maybe touched us a couple of times but have never decided to take action. We did 45-minute phone interviews with these folks to better understand what was going on in their world and why they weren't deciding to take action. We also wanted to understand, as we all know, we did change our name in October. So was there something about the name change that, in fact, is a detraction to sign up? So we did a combination of phone surveys and online survey, and these are the top line. I'm just going to walk through these pretty quickly, but these are essentially the highlights that came out of the research. The first one is the name, in fact, isn't really a barrier to action. No one interviewed, really had any feeling one way or another about no, the name itself would not be a reason. However, what we did learn a lot about was the impressions of the name and our organization. So essentially, the story of what we offer, you know, that the idea that we're telling homeowners they deserve a home that works better. We're here with specialized contractors to help them make their home work better. We have the tools and financing to reduce the costs, and we have a way for them to measure the benefit that they get from that. That story is just still not being very simply and clearly conveyed. So we still have a lot of work to do to bring it down to the bare essence. And so largely that story is told on the website. And the two most compelling questions were, how does this work and what is the value to me? Very specifically, very tactically. The other thing that came out in the research was this notion of balance, that the website gives a lot of engagement opportunity, but again, light on specifics. At the end of the day, they want to know, what is it, how much does it cost, and what are the benefits for me? And then some general observations around seismic. This was a really interesting development because when we conducted research back in March of 2015, seismic was really irrelevant and a non-issue. With all of the activity over the summer, I'm sure everyone by now has either heard about or read the New Yorker article. We had so much traffic over the summer that it's now being reflected in the homeowner research. So between seismic and energy efficiency as the core drivers, people are still coming to us. They're just not converting on the website. So what do we do about that? The next step, some of these are already in place. Some of them we'll be working on over the next couple of months. We're hoping to gain anywhere between a 20 to 40% efficiency increase in applications by these three things. Number one, web refinements. We're making it much clearer on the website how to begin, how it starts, how it works. So you'll start to see some of those changes if you visit the website. Much more simple language that's homeowner directed, not stakeholder directed. We are going to cut way back on our direct mail volume and instead invest that money elsewhere on the site and also in testing different theories with the direct mail. So you might see us do more with product promotions or driving people to specific events where they can learn more and sign up. We're also open to collaborating with contractors. If you all want to do some testing, you can contact Jesse or I and talk about that. And then the third one, which is very tactical but important, what we noticed is a lot of our partners who have yet to change over from Clean Energy Works to Inhabit, those links are still live. And so when you click on those links, you're getting dumped in the Inhabit website without any real explanation. So we have refined that experience so it's much more elegant and clear where you're redirecting to. On the volume side, this is a snapshot of just a few efforts that we're going to be looking at amping up to be additive to the applications. One is a lead nurturing infrastructure, and what I mean by that is historically we have driven people directly to schedule an appointment or fill out an application, and they're just not ready to do that. So what that ends up doing is low conversions or, for your part, lower quality leads. So we're going to spend more time leading them into the process with, email drip campaigns, selling a little bit of the project like a radon test before they're ready to sign up for the full meal deal. So we've built an entire infrastructure around that that's going to take time to measure and demonstrate results, but ultimately the result is going to be a higher quality lead. We are going to increase a lot of the AdWord and landing page work that we've done in the past has been heavy on brand and light on really transactional specific call to action. We're going to be investing more in that. We are also trying for the first time a courtesy calling campaign. What that means is out of the Q4 people who didn't respond to us, we have identified them with phone numbers. So our customer care team, beginning as early as next week, is going to be reaching back into those customers, reminding them who we are, what we do, and giving them special offers to re-engage. We also have some news milestones coming up, and that's coupled with the seismic opportunity. As Scott alluded to, seismic is very, very hot right now. We also are about to announce to homeowners that we have received FEMA dollars that will help us deliver incentives to those customers. The last time that we did this, you may recall, was in July. We got a flood of traffic, and again, this is important even to contractors who aren't working on seismic, because that additional traffic also flows into other areas of interest. So we expect that to yield good work for both the seismic-only homeowners and also homeowners who are interested in other weatherization work as well. We are also going to put additional effort into expanding customer equity outreach, partnering with organizations who lead within communities of color so that we can tap into some new homeowner stories. Finally, I'll leave you with this notion of generating content. A lot of the research tells us that homeowners want to hear from other homeowners about what their pains are, what their opportunities are. So we are building both written and video stories. I won't play the link here, but if you want to watch this presentation offline after, you'll get a snapshot of some of the new video work that my colleague Michael French has been leading. It's really great stuff. It gives us all kinds of new, fresh content to send out to our social channels and to really engage people to participate.
That link will be embedded in the PDF that follows the call, so you all can take a look at the link.
Great. Thanks, Ryan. I'm going to turn it over to Jesse Bond to wrap it up on how contractors can continue to be involved with Inhabit. Jesse, take it away.
Thanks, Steph. Yeah, just quickly, just wanted to share that we're going to really get out into the community this year and be at a lot of different events, as well as start planning our own events. And something that is going to be really helpful to our outreach when we're at the table is having your technical expertise available. I've learned a lot being out at events, and a lot of homeowners use the opportunity when they're face-to-face to ask specific technical questions when they're at the table. So it would be really great to have you guys participate, and we can kind of work together and strengthen both our outreach. So the next event that we have is February 20th. It's a Fix-It Fair. So please feel free to reach out to me and let me know if you'd like to be at the table with me. And that's on a Saturday. I can give you more information. We're also going to be planning kind of monthly drink and learns where we're going to invite homeowners to come learn about a specific topic. And then the next thing, this is just kind of a preview of, I know I'd mentioned it last contractor call, but we're really working on developing kind of your contractor specific page, what Steph had mentioned earlier about just better representing our partnership when a homeowner is exploring on the web. So this is just kind of a view of what we're creating, and it's in development. So I'll be reaching out to you guys to get this going for each of you.
Great. Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Jess. To keep moving, MJ, you are up next. I'll pause for 1 second. Jason, Wendy, any questions? Okay, let's keep rolling.
Okay, so as Scott teed up earlier, we mentioned in last month's call that we are getting our new data gathering tool Threshold in place, and basically we announced last call what that was. It's a web-based replacement for the workbook. It is in beta testing with a few contractors, and we are still fully moving ahead to launch this in March. It's a great little tool. We've got a lot of positive feedback. Greg has done a fantastic job taking away all of those pain points that we have been hearing about, but primarily just focused on cost and time and efficiency and effective use of your time when we are collecting data for project management. So we're very excited to get that out to you all, and there'll be more to come on that in this month and next month. Inhabit's also starting to redesign the customer relationship platform. Again, you know, optics has been a good platform for us back in our energy efficiency days, but as we have started to migrate away from just energy efficiency, it is not quite as nimble and meet the business needs that we need, and therefore we are starting to redesign a customer service relationship platform so that we can better help you guys keep track of information and be using something that could move as our business evolves and again addresses the cost and time implications. We are looking to migrate away from optics, but we've got plenty of time to do that. It's not going to happen until the summer. Everybody will know what's happening as we redesign this program, and we will let you know what that's going to look like as we go. Both systems changes are aimed at increasing operational flexibility and reducing overhead incurred managing these Inhabit projects, not only for us, but for you. So basically listening to the feedback that we've been getting on both the workbook and optics and trying to find solutions that will meet everybody's needs. The last update I just want to throw out there for anyone who's on the call from Southern Oregon, Rogue Valley contractors, Avista will be changing some of their incentives effective April 1st, 2016. So we're going to incorporate those changes into Threshold, and we'll advise when that is complete so that you can use that tool to do your bidding. But in the meantime, just keep this in mind. So if you're bidding on jobs that won't be finished by the end of March, you should be connecting with us so that we can get you the information that you need to bid accurately. And that's it.
Great. Thanks, MJ. I'm going to take everyone quickly through just kind of a second round of what we went over with the systems improvements. So the workbook, yes, the workbook is going away. We talked about this last month that launching, our product called Threshold. MJ hit on that again. We've also invested in Cake Systems to develop an enhanced option, which is a secondary tool that has some features like price booking for estimating, and some additional reporting that's above and beyond what our Threshold tool does, which is simply replace the workbook. So I want to just hit on this this month as well so that everyone understands both of these tools are going to be coming online for use here relatively soon. So both of the tools will be 100% compatible with each other, so you'll be able to work with either one, and data exchange will work seamlessly with the two tools. So we're trying to make things easy and efficient for you all. HPXML is the back-end functionality between the two tools, so you've heard us talk about that in the past. Both tools are, web apps, so they're mobile optimized. You can use your desktop, laptops, tablets, phones, whatever you find to be the most effective and easy way to work with these tools. So with this, the Cake version will be free for a period of time, and then you'll have to, end up kind of paying into a subscription model if you want that higher functionality for price booking and whatnot. So beta testing is already underway with Threshold. So Jason and I have been working with a number of the firms, number of our partners already. So we'll be reaching out to some more of you after the call today to kind of set up some one-on-one meetings and take training online with some more of you. But we've gotten some great feedback from a number of the contractors out there so far, so things are moving forward quickly with this. Full launch of the new products, March. The date in March, not locked yet, so we're leaving it kind of just in March. We're going to switch everything over, so keeping things kind of open in that area. And like I said, we'll be setting up more in-person trainings. Jason and I will be the kind of points of contact that you'll be working with those trainings. And both Jason and I look forward to working with you on the system improvements. All right. That being said, we need to grab Wendy here real quick, and we'll go to products. Jason, any questions while we wait for Wendy here?
I don't see any.
Okay, great. Just for anyone that is on the call, I've sent a couple notes out to folks under a private chat. So if you can look at your chat, respond to those notes if you could while you're online. So take a look at your chat dialogue.
My apologies, everyone. As Murphy's Law would have it, a call from my daughter's elementary school came in at the exact moment that I was supposed to start speaking. But the first thing that the secretary said is, Greta's fine. So we're okay. I'll call them back. So we have a couple of announcements from products today. First, we want to talk about a new product, indoor air quality, and then we're going to have Eric Lance from Craft 3 join us to talk about some new process from Craft 3. Thank you. Okay, so indoor air quality. We are going to add comprehensive IAQ diagnostic testing and new mitigation measures. And there's actually quite a few measures that are specific to indoor air quality that we don't currently offer. And so we'll be adding those to the suite of projects that can run through Inhabit. And what we bring to indoor air quality is the same thing that we bring to all the products that we offer, which is our ability to build awareness around indoor air quality and provide education to homeowners. And through that, lead generation. Also, we're building internal expertise. Jason and Danny have participated in some Healthy Homes training with BPI, and Irie has also done some training and will have some expertise around and create our ability to deliver quality on IAQ products. Furthermore, we'll make lending available for IAQ projects. And again, one of the things that we've heard from you, which we believe is one of the values that we deliver, is that homeowners are able to build a faster trust relationship with you through us. And so we'll be able to hopefully speed up that process in your indoor air quality projects. I know some of you have already integrated this and are working with Air Advice. We're in conversations with Air Advice right now about how this is going to work through Inhabit. So we'll be talking with those of you who are already doing it to see how it makes the most sense to you as well. We're looking at a Q2 launch right now. So we have a few months on this, which isn't a lot of time when you want to launch a new product. So look for us to be seeking you out and asking your opinions on this soon. And I think if you could unmute Eric, Eric will have an announcement about Craft 3.
Great, Eric, you're unmuted, so this slide is all yours.
Great, good morning. Thank you, Wendy and Ryan. Good morning, everyone. Just wanted to chime in quickly this morning and let you know that we are pleased to announce that we have integrated the use of the DocuSign electronic signature system into our loan closing protocol. So customers will now have the option. This is definitely the preferred method that we will try to utilize in all cases possible for customers to receive their loan documents via the DocuSign system. They can go in, it's just, they have the opportunity to identify themselves, review the documents, and complete all signatures and initials and so forth in just a few minutes. The system allows them to retain a copy of the signed documents, so there's no need for mailing things back and forth, and we receive them immediately upon completion by the customer. We've already used this now for about 2 weeks. We've done about 20 loan closings with it, and as you can imagine, it's been a great pickup in efficiency, and certainly the customer experience is much better as well. And we are looking shortly to start doing any kind of change orders or change in terms documents via this same system as well, which will help to speed up the process when you have some project scope changes during the retrofit period. So if you have any questions on this, please reach out to me. I think most of you have my contact information, but it is elance@craft3.org.
Great, thank you so much, Eric. Appreciate it.
Sure, thank you.
And I just want to say we're super excited about this announcement from Craft 3. It's certainly going to speed up the Craft 3 process. DocuSign is something that we're looking at integrating in order to speed up some of our signature processes as well. So thanks a lot, Eric.
Thank you, everyone, for your patience. We're running just a little bit long today. It's just about 10:30 right now. Jason, you're up to finish us off for the call today, so thanks.
Okay, so good morning, everybody. I'm going to cover our January quality review results, and I'm going to talk about our February Techie Brekkie. It's coming up next Thursday morning, and we got a project of the month that we're highlighting from Green Savers. So our January results took a little bit of a dip with an average around 69–70%, and so we saw over the last couple of months little bit lower pass rate, so we want to do a little more investigating, and I'm going to be available for any of the owners, project managers that want to go over their results directly. They can contact me, and I can go over them with you, and we can highlight any issues, and also be able to go out to do in-progress QRs where we can come out while you're actually installing the work and just work with your crews on what we actually look for and go over our checklist. Because we want to get our trend line back up to the 80% mark. We are having our Techie Brekkie next Thursday early morning from 7:30 to 9:30, so that we can get you guys in here. The people that want to come in, you can send your auditors, people looking for BPI CEUs. We're going to be covering the BPI's new 1200 auditing standards. The old BA standard is now sunsetted. So this year they're moving completely over to the 1200 standard. I'm going to highlight all of the changes that they've made and what's different. It's very interesting. I've had a conversation with BPI directly about some of the history of this new standard. So there'll be some enlightening things there. We're also going to cover the ASHRAE 62.2 ventilation standard for residential homes and how it's calculated and some of the history behind that as well, and the pros and cons of that. And there will be BPI CEUs available. If you have questions about that, let me know. I send an invite out to everybody. If you didn't get it, we can send it to you. And we will also be available for a GoToWebinar during that event. All right, project of the month. This is a Green Savers project. It turned out really great. It was sold by a salesperson, Sean O'Neill, and Kelly Bowles was the project manager. This was a 1920s bungalow, northeast Portland home with a half story on the top. And when they did the 100-point check, they identified a lot of insulation upgrade needs, some knob and tube wiring. There was no reliable heating cooling source for that upper half story, which is a scenario that a lot of you are familiar with. And there was an old electric water heater, and there was really no ventilation in this house. So the homeowner was very focused on this half story because they use it as an office. And so this is really common that people have these extra space, but then they can't use it in the very hot and cold times of the year, and it's almost like a space that's they can't use. And so this project really changed the dynamics for this homeowner. They're really uncomfortable up there, and there was no way to get heat up there or to cool it effectively. So what did they do? They insulated the attic, the knee walls, the overhangs. They insulated all the exterior walls. They did a lot of air sealing, got a really big reduction. They put in a new water heater for the homeowners. They retained the storage area that the homeowner had in the knee wall, so the homeowner wanted to keep some storage. They're able to do that and still insulate underneath it. And they installed a one-head mini-split system for that upper floor office. And they also put in an exhaust fan and a motion sensor. This project turned out really great. The homeowner was really pleased, and when I was there, they were actually using that office as it was intended for. And actually, when we got there, she was like, I got to get back to work, and she ran back up to her comfortable office. So the project turned out really good. They did a great job insulating. They built really nice attic hatch, sealed off from the knee walls so that they were sealed and tight. And there's a nice storage area in there, and they are ready to go for many years of using this space. So thanks, Screensavers, for all of your work on this one. And be looking for more projects of the month. So if you have a good one, let me know, and appreciate all the work you guys are doing out there.
Great. That is it for the February Contractor Call. Thank you all for attending today. I'll look at Wendy and Jason one last time, see if there's any questions we need to address before we shut things down.
No, just a couple of folks from Green Savers congratulating themselves on a job well done.
Good job, Green Savers. Thanks for the job, and thank you everyone in attendance today. And anyone that wasn't able to attend, that's part of your companies, you'll get an email from me following this with the link for the YouTube and for the slides themselves. So please pass that amongst your staff, and we will talk to you all next month. Happy Friday.